rotate this. Let's rotate. Okay, we're having this, right? Let's rotate this also. We're having this also, right? Okay. Now, the same thing we've been doing since the beginning of our revision. Now we just do the same thing here also. Copy. Okay. Okay. We're having this, this. That's for pillars, right? And we're having a window here also, right? Okay. And then we're having an edge here, okay, and this edge here, right? And we are also having a small window here, okay. And it's even true, I think we should also add our stairs here, our staircase here. Since this is a step, right? This is our step. We should be having it here also. Okay, let's just finish this. I'll come back to that. I'll edit that. Since you know, if you are looking at it from, since we've added our steps here, right? We've added steps here. Once you are looking at it from this side, you should be seeing the side view of the steps also. And here also, you should also be seeing it, right? Similarly to this aspect also. But don't worry, we'll come back to do that. Let's finish up our elevation, right? Let's finish up on that. So we'll not waste too much time. And when we are done, we'll come back to do that. Okay, let's just do the same thing. Copy, right? Okay, 3,000, 2,100, right? And then 600. Okay, so now let's extend this downwards. Okay, and then let's go ahead and copy our windows. Let's bring in our windows. Let's bring in our windows. We're having this and this, right? Okay, let's copy. What's going on? Okay, let's bring in our big window here. Now let's do the same thing for this. Let's move this. Since you're having a small window here, right? Okay, which is that. Okay, now let's go ahead and copy the last window, which is from here, and then we are having it here, right? Okay, now let's erase this off. We are not in need of this anymore. Okay, so and then we are good to go. This is 900, right? If from here, this is our ground floor level, from here to here is 2,100, and from here to here is 3,000. Definitely the rest here is 900, right? So let me just move this down with a distance of 100 to get my veranda here, my corridor here, right? So let's just go ahead and chamfer this off instead of me deleting it and drawing the 1,000 again. Just kind of edit it. Okay, so now let me explode this and edit it off. Let me explode and then trim it off. Okay, so and then okay, I think we are good to go. Good to go. Okay, so now let us just trim this off also. All this here, I'm not needed anymore. Okay, let's change the thickness of this line. Okay, and then let's trim also. Let's give it a boundary of here and then here also, this other side here, and then let's trim it off. Okay, I think we are looking good so far. Okay, so now here another set of stairs will be here, right? Okay, let's just go ahead and copy this down here. Okay, now let's move it up with a distance of 150, right? Okay, now let's copy. Should be having, I think, four set of stairs here also. One, two, three, and then four, right? Okay. So I think this does not need any railings or balustrade since it's just kind of a kitchen terrace right here, right? And you can just create a small terrace here, but it's not necessary, it's not compulsory. Let's just leave it like this. I think it's kind of looking good like this, right? Okay. So what we just have to do now is to get our roof and the design pattern, and we are good to go. Okay. So let's move this downwards a little bit. This is our rear view, right? Let's copy out our now. Okay, we don't have the roof of this for okay. Let's just go ahead and design this. Or we should just copy out one aspect of our roof and use it to design the other. I'm thinking of what we can do. Okay, I think it's this side here. Okay, it's still this side. It's this one. This is the one we need. This is what we are in need of. Okay, let's copy it. Right, let's go ahead and copy. Let us copy. Okay, and then let's get our line straight. Let's get our line. This here also. Let's get it. Let's copy it from here to here, right? Okay, let's extend it first and then we'll trim out the unnecessary parts away. Okay, so let's extend this, right? And let's join this together. Okay, so now let's trim. Let's trim, let's give it our boundary, right? And need it here. We need it here, right? Okay, let's trim this section out also. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, enter. So we don't need this here. And we don't need it here also. That's the advantage of AutoCAD 2018 and below and the lower version that it's having against the 2019 and recent version because you can select your boundary for trimming and extending. You know, I've explained that earlier too before we started. So that's kind of an advantage of that. Instead of you now trimming it one by one, just select your boundaries and do it to save time. Okay. So I think after doing that, what is left for us to do is okay. I'm seeing what we, okay. Let's hatch this up first. Let's see if we can hatch this, and then we'll come back to the roof. Let's hatch up first, and then we'll come back to our roof. Sorry. Let's return this. Okay. Okay. Now, okay, something is wrong. It's not supposed to be 30. We used 15, right? Okay, I think it's kind of looking okay like this now. We've corrected it. Okay, so here we are having this, right? Okay, let's give it solid color, and here is it. Okay, we're having this here, and then here, right? And that. Okay, I think that's all. Okay, now let's move this here since it's not needed here anymore. Let's bring it back here and give it our left side. Let's name it our left side, right? Let's name it our left side. Okay, right? And then we can go ahead and delete all these aspects here. We are not in need of them anymore. Okay, So what is just left for us now is to design our roof and then adjust it. Okay, let's mirror it first. Let's mirror. Let's mirror. I think that will be best. Let's mirror. We are not in need of this anymore. Delete. Okay. Now let's move this up here. I've even made a mistake. Okay, nonetheless, let's just move on. We'll edit that later. That's not an issue. Let's select no, and that. Two lines there, right? Okay, let's just erase this out for the meantime now. Let's erase this out. And then let's move our roof, right? And then let's move it 600, right? Okay. Oh no. Okay, let's move this. And I think as we are doing the boundary, it's creating multiple lines and everything. But nonetheless, let's just move on. I think that should not affect our work. Shouldn't affect it, right? Okay. Now let's go ahead and trim all this out. They are not needed. Let's trim this, trim this. We are still coming back to create the small aspect of the roof, the small section. I'm coming back to do that. Now here, the design of our roof here will change. Since here now is showing the line of intersection between this small roof and this larger roof, right? The line of intersection is showing here. So we need to indicate it here also, right? But here when we are doing this, it's not showing. That's why we did not indicate it. But here now, it is showing here, right? So it is needed for us to indicate it. So let's go ahead and explode this first. Let's explode this. And then let's copy this. Yeah, let's copy. So that will be the best option. Let's copy from here to here like this. Okay, what are we having here? Okay, should we just go ahead and delete this off? Let's delete this off. Let's erase this. And then let's extend. Let's just extend everything. Right. Okay. Let us just go ahead and extend everything. Yeah, okay. So now let's just trim all this off. And this also. And then let's extend this. Right. I think we are good to go for this area. Okay. We are good to go. But there's a little misplacement here, right? Okay, but nonetheless, let's just continue. It does not affect anything, right? Okay, let's just move on. So now what we just need to do now is to create the small roof for this section here also. Okay, let's start with this first. Let's start with this. Let's copy all this out and then copy, right? From here to here, right? Okay. And let's do the same thing for this area here also. Let's copy it also from here to here.